Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of the episode 10 review of Green Square Talks Battlebots. In the last part of this, we discussed all the fights that occurred in that episode and talked about the bracket. And in this part, we're doing power rankings as we usually do. So I have my set of power rankings up here right now. Spin, Civilian Arc, and Pory all have theirs in there, and if Mantine has a set of power rankings of its own, we'll let him announce his right at the end and stuff. So I think that'll just be easy enough. So we'll go ahead and get to mine right away then. Get this underway. So I kind of went through a little more thorough than what I have done previously. There's a few adjustments that I'm actually noticing that I think I should have made, primarily near the bottom, at
Yeah,
least
I was
when
gonna
I get
ask
to the
you
top
about that.
32 area. Because I'm noticing a few, these were kind of last minute and stuff, but that's my excuse. Who's who cares from there? So Endgame and Copperhead remain as my top two. Rotator at 3, Sawblaze at 4, Uppercut at 5. I have Ribot, Glitch, and Blip, the other 3 and O's right below that. Then the other 2 and O's following that at Hypershock, Whiplash, Tantrum, Jackpot, and Shatter. Yeah, and then lots of 2 and 1s follow that. Cobalt, Black Dragon, Mad Catter, Minotaur, Bloodsport, Yeti, Riptide, and so on. Yeah, Gigabyte P1, Witch Doctor Lucky following that. I think 25 and down to 32. I think there's some organization issues I think that I should have made prior to this, but yeah, like I said, these were kind of made last minute, so yeah, and then notable contenders, I definitely would put Malice at the top, Fusion in there as well. I like Blacksmith as well. Like, sure, a lot of people disagreed with like the Blacksmith free shipping decision and stuff, but the fight Blacksmith put up against both Malice and Shatter with a busted weapon and stuff, those were two good losses in my opinion. And I could kind of make the same thing with like Claw Viper a little bit because like they got a dominant victory but over a less quality robot, and then had two good losses following that. Then Hydra and Mammoth, which you already know a lot about. So yeah, how about y'all complain about my power rankings now? I'll only
Why is
accept top 25 and
I
then the
know,
6 notables.
I
okay?
know I'm gonna get a
Fine.
lot of flack for what I'm gonna say, but I think Copperhead should be lower, considering it got split decision
I
against an 0-3 bot and beat Fusion, who was both having problems, did not make the tournament, and is 1-2.
okay.
Just
Okay, I
Copperhead's
do.
dominance is why I have Copperhead up
I
there
I
and stuff.
I
Cause like
am.
yeah, cause like Lockjaw, despite them being winless though, they were still like an absolute force to be reckoned with and
And
stuff,
No,
and put
also,
up a
you
heck
should
of a
consider
fight.
that they are
Lockjaw's
winless. Like,
opponent,
there was
Lockjaw's opponents have a collective record of 7-0. So Lockjaw kind of got like a pain in the ass schedule, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing: people keep on inhaling the copium. Lockjaw got really tough opponents, which it did, but you've got to also take into account that it broke down every single fight, pretty much.
Did it? I
and
mean, like,
Copperhead also kind of had problems in that fight. I
pretty
forgot what
sure.
happened there, if I'm being honest.
I'm pretty sure
They
Lockjaw
lost a
was
drive.
fully.
They lost drive on one side in the Lockjaw fight.
It was really
Will
close against an 0-3 bot. Like, I understand Lockjaw's really good, but we have to consider it is 0-3.
will say that I do think that Rotator is probably. I'd put Rotator higher than Copperhead, but I don't think Copperhead is like too high. I'd probably just put Copperhead at 3. So I'd say the top 3 for me would, in like this situation, top 4 would be Endgame. Well, my top 4 is Endgame, Ribot, Rotator, and Copperhead. I think.
Alrighty then. Next.
Why is Uppercut higher than Ribot?
Cause that Gigabyte win was sheer domination, and
No, not true.
guess what?
That
I
was
don't
fake.
care.
Yeah.
Guess what? I don't care.
Wait a minute.
It's my
Wait a
reasoning.
minute.
Fusion was, I mean,
Why
free
is-
shipping was
why-
actually putting up a good fight.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a full ass rant here. I'm not gonna full ass rant directly at you. I'm gonna rant at the seeding as well. Why is Cobalt the second highest ranked 2-1? It beat the worst semifinalist since the reboot era, and it
To be
also
fair.
beat a bot that hasn't been good since 2019.
Cause
To be
Cobalt
fair.
is neat.
It split a robot.
Yeah,
damn
it
near
split a
in half.
robot,
Black Dragon is your
and then
second favorite
Rough is
robot.
so hard to KO and stuff. Like
No, it isn't. Extinguisher KO'd it in 2020.
yeah.
Question for you, Civilian Arc.
Yes.
Was he really that good in 2019?
Not even that good. So that's even worse.
I mean, he got 2 wins, and one of them was Railgun Max stopped working, and the other one was to Marvin and Gemini.
To be fair,
Well-
Railgun Max stops working like all its matches.
Railgun Max is
All
kind
his
of like
weapon
a.
does.
Railgun Max kind of has like an allergy to like grapplers or something. I don't know.
Railgun Max should have gone 4-0. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, it should
What?
have.
I
Why?
disagree,
But
but
Green,
okay.
you say Cobalt is neat, but isn't Black Dragon your second favorite robot? If that's the case,
Yeah.
why is Black Dragon lower
I
than
thought
Cobalt?
Cobalt's victories were much bigger, or than some of Black Dragon's victories as well, and stuff like. And yeah.
I actually, well, for one, I'll give you credit where credit's due. You have Shatter as the lowest ranked 2-0, so credit to you there. I'm gonna throw another question at you. Why is actually this is pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, actually, you have Glitch over Blip, which is also good.
Yeah, because I like Glitch's strength. Like,
Uh,
Glitch has definitely been less dominant than Blip, but their strength of schedule is a bit larger than Blip's. So, yeah, Glitch gets a higher seed over Blip, in my opinion.
I feel like Bloodsport maybe its two opponents aren't like great or anything, but it still had like pretty destructive moments against all three opponents. I feel like it should
Yeah.
be seeded a bit higher. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I felt Bloodsport did have some solid stuff, but I feel some of the opponents above it kind of like have put together like a bit of a higher resume, in my opinion, because Bloodsport's definitely caused a lot of damage. So has Minotaur and stuff, and Mad Catter and Black Dragon as well. And well, they've all gotten a pretty tricky schedule for other bits of it as well. So yeah.
That's fair.
My question. Where's Deadlift on the list?
Your mom's.
Probably a few spots below Mammoth.
Okay.
Probably
okay, I
below.
respect
I'm gonna
that.
guess below Blade,
More than
who's
a
probably gonna
few.
be like 2 to 3 spots down.
Okay.
Damn, so Deadlift's pretty high.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
pretty good.
Although that would be
Okay.
yeah, probably around the 45 range, I'd guess.
It's in a higher ranking. It's in like the top 45.
Okay. Why is Riptide higher than Gigabyte and P1?
Well, because Riptide's 2 victories were dominant and stuff, and over and yes, I do consider this over against 2 pretty big opponents, I'd say, and stuff, and I don't care what your opinion's
I'm
on
not-
Duck is.
I'm gonna keep
and then they
it
did put up a good fight against Defender until their drum spinner slowed down and
I'm gonna
stuff.
keep
so.
it 55th.
opponents.
I'm gonna keep it 55th Street between like I feel like Riptide, Gigabyte, and P1 are kind of in the same situation I have with like Sawblaze, Rotator, and Copperhead, where like they're pretty interchangeable in my top 5. Where like Riptide, Gigabyte, and P1 are pretty interchangeable, like 20 to 22 in my opinion.
2 big wins. One of which was against an OM3 robot with 2 drive motors that was set up for a
It
anti-horizontal.
was 3. It was 3 drive motors.
Oh my! Oh, I'm sorry. 3.
Oh,
drive
sorry.
motors.
3, not 2.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. You're right.
I mean, to Duck it is. I mean, it can't drive properly at all, so it needs all the drive motors it can get.
Duck was free. Defender it like broke itself, and what was the other one?
Okay. What's the other?
Who else is Riptide beaten?
I have a question. I have a
Huge.
very
What you
big
got,
Huge.
Spin?
No, yeah, and Huge kind of got like trolled a little bit.
Okay, my question is Ice Wave. Why is it as high as it is, despite having?
Yeah, don't
Deadlift?
ask. I meant
Well, he said that
I
last
was
week.
meaning to reorganize these after I set up some of y'all's power rankings, but I didn't actually get to doing that.
Green did say only
Yeah,
ask
I was gonna
questions for
I was gonna
125.
adjust 26 through 32 because I wasn't happy about some of those placements, but then I never actually got to it. Stuff. So
Okay, so
yeah, because like I would have put huge tombstone a bit higher. Defender probably would Defender and hijinks would probably stay where they're at. Ice Wave would probably be a little bit lower. Scorpios would probably be a bit lower. Valkyrie, maybe put Valkyrie a little bit higher, but
A little bit, just a little.
yeah. Basically, that's what I would have done if I actually remembered to make those adjustments. So
okay. My next question is if Battle Royale with Cheese and Gravat fought, who would win?
I'd say
Battle
Battle Royale with
Royale with
cheese because
cheese,
it can at
yeah.
least drive in a straight line.
If Grabat
Okay.
if Grabat had proper drive though, I'd say Grabat
Yeah,
easily.
I would agree. Okay, one more and then move on. Unless if y'all have nothing.
I don't really have it. I do have a question. You said notables are fair game, right?
Yep, go ahead.
Why is Blacksmith over Claw Viper?
Well, I kind of already explained that I love that kind of like Blacksmith and Claw Viper are kind of like in the same boat in my opinion, because basically they each have two good losses in my opinion, and then they each have their one victory. The thing is, while Blacksmith was definitely closer, I felt they had the more difficult opponent that they were going up against, because I don't think if Claw Viper went up against like free shipping and stuff, I think it would probably be a similar brawl and stuff. I don't think Claw Viper would
That'd be a fun
suplex free
fight.
shipping, like compared to like some of the stuff that we saw the Blacksmith do to free shipping with that power hammer before it fell and stuff. So kind of like that strength of schedule within that victory, even if some people do think that fight was controversial. That's kind of why I have Blacksmith over Claw Viper here.
Okay, I have one. Do you think it's like really funny that Spin Doctor likes Switchback?
No, he can like
Civ,
switch
do you
back
think
if
it's
he
funny?
wants.
I'll get on that once we get to his power rankings.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'll-
I don't care if Spin likes switchback. He can like whoever robots he wants. Like
No, I'm kidding. I love Spin. Spin's the most based of all you, honestly. Sorry, I love all y'all. That Spin is
power ranking.
Spin is the most based of
pandering
everyone.
to you. Spin's just pandering to you.
No, Spin isn't pandering to me. That's the thing. Spin's not a grifter like that. He stays true, man. He's a Switchback fan. He's keeping it 55th Street.
including back in college, I have a switchback poker chip and a bunch of stickers from them.
Yeah, you're keeping it true too, but you don't have Ribot winning it all, so you know. Spin's
Wow. And yes,
Ribot's one layer above.
And I have
Can't
Ribot
wait
stickers.
until-
Do you have Ribot stickers, Pory?
No, I have a
Has a
Ribot
Ribot
shirt.
t-shirt.
I can't wait until Ribot goes out in the first round, and then the Ribot
Can't wait till
No.
Jackpot. I can't wait till Jackpot makes the fucking froggy fly.
Yeah, Jackpot would win against Ribot. Black Dragon would win against Ribot. Minotaur would win against Ribot.
No.
Malice would win against Ribot. Gruff
gonna
would
keep it-
toast Ribot. Rusty
Yeah,
would win
okay,
against Ribot. Well, I didn't say Gruff would beat Ribot. I just said that Gruff would toast Ribot.
Oh, maybe.
Or if it makes you feel any better, we'll both be on the losing in round one couch after this.
Look, Ribot's gonna win. Yeti's going out round
one.
one. It's depressing, but it's gonna happen. But Ribot is going all the way. They're gonna clap Hydra. They're gonna clap Mad Cutter. They're gonna clap. Yeah, Copperhead's going out round one too because Lucky's going all the way. And Ribot's gonna clap Tombstone. They're gonna clap Rotator. They're gonna clap fucking Lucky in the finals. They're gonna clap everyone, man.
I don't think Lucky's
Pory,
making the finals. Sorry,
I hate to break
Pory.
it to you, Pory and Lucky, or Ribot and Lucky are on the same side of the bracket.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
Lucky's on.
Lucky's fight Copperhead on the other side of the bracket in the first quadrant.
You're right. You're right. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still not gonna happen, but
It's gonna happen. You'll see.
Okay.
It's just a fab.
No, you don't. I don't want to hear it. You thought that Chromefly was gonna beat Bronco, so you have no room to talk.
Nope. Never have.
Oh, I'm gonna deny it. Oh.
See what I mean?
I do deny it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next set, which is spins.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you briefly explain yours,
Christ.
and then
Okay,
we'll go ahead and question.
so let me defend myself a little bit, okay?
Oh my God. I think I'm
Some of
coming
these are actual
down!
takes. Some of these are actual takes, and some of these is just like, oh, I didn't know what to do with one other bot, or some of these is just like, oh, Battlebots were placed here. I didn't understand that these were power rankings for some reason. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna make a better bracket than what Battlebots did, and I was not thinking about actual power rankings.
Okay.
Like that's
even
fine.
regarding
Like
that-
I was defending
Wait,
myself for
hold
some of
on.
the adjustments I forgot to make to mine. So same
I'm
case for
gonna
you.
Hold on,
Spin, I'm gonna stop you right
there.
there. I'm gonna stop you right there and just start wailing off. Whiplash at 2? Whiplash at 2.
Now, here's
Why?
the thing.
What's wrong with
I
this
really
list?
like that
Flash higher
Bloodsport
than
win,
Brooks.
and even if it was a close win to Scorpios, it
Wait.
is still a really decent win against Scorpios.
Whiplash lost one of its drivetrains for like no reason against Scorpios.
did?
What? Yes.
Two actually. They were driving on 2 diagonal wheels for most of that match.
So they lost 2.
Yep, they were driving on 2 wheels and they were diagonals to each other.
They lost 2 wheels for legitimately no reason against Scorpios. How can you say that's better than Rotator? Or why is Copperhead not in the top 10?
Wait a minute,
What?
why is P1 so high? 17 over Black Dragon? Minotaur?
P1
Gigabyte?
over Black Dragon and Minotaur. You're high,
They were
man.
overhyped.
You're insane.
I mean,
there's
in like 8 minutes.
no other way to describe it.
Let me defend my. Okay, I already defended my Copperhead take earlier.
No,
but like,
don't
let's think
defend
about-
this. This
let's
is
think
the
about who
worst.
it
This
beat,
is pretty
okay?
bad.
This is pretty
Close
bad,
loss.
man.
It was a
pretty
close
bad.
win to Lockjaw. It is Lockjaw, but Lockjaw's 0-3, and that was an almost loss to that bot. And then you also have Fusion, who is Fusion. It kind of just dies on its own. You can't really.
Wait a minute, Spin. Wait a minute. You're saying that, okay, so regarding that, because of what you said about Copperhead and Lockjaw, Hypershock also beat Lockjaw and Slamo, so how is Hypershock higher?
Yeah, okay, it beat Lockjaw, but it wasn't even it wasn't a decision. It UDA'd it. That was more impressive than split decision to Lockjaw and
its wheels.
Yeah, but it got UDA'd in the end. Copperhead almost lost. Hypershock did not almost lose. It threw it out of the arena.
Okay, on that note, why is Tantrum higher than Copperhead then, when it almost lost to Lucky?
I don't think it almost lost to Lucky. It was gonna get free because the arm moved, or it just freed itself because like it uses the force of the puncher. I do think it was gonna get freed eventually, and then Lucky was just trying to savor what its opportunity. I think Tantrum's gonna take that anyway.
Oh God. What? Okay, I have one more, and I think I'm good unless Mantine has anything he wants to say. I guess not.
Just go,
This is almost like a Civ tier power rankings right here.
I
This is
would
pretty
say
bad.
even close to a Civ tier power ranking.
It's pretty bad though. It's
getting there. It's getting there. You're like
I
halfway
think
to
you're
becoming
biased
Civ.
because I put Copperhead low.
What? Why do I? No, Copperhead sucks.
Hold up. He's on.
No,
Spin's
I'm
on
talking
something. Spin is
No.
on to something. Spin.
Copperhead should be at like.
Shut up, Mantine. Spin is on to something with this. I'm sorry, Mantine. You know, with Civ and the Copperhead thing, I think that's what it is. You know?
What are you talking about?
You're simping, dude. You're simping.
Simping, bro.
Simping ain't easy, man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't have Ribot at 1 like you weirdo.
No, you're simping, man. That's just what it comes down to.
Oh, I'm
you know?
sorry I didn't take it. Mr. Mr. Deathless gonna beat Ice Wave. It's gonna go. It's gonna be the.
It could have. It should have won. It's gonna win next year. You'll see. Yeah, okay. No, I don't want to hear it. You're the one that's like, remember in the beginning of the season, you were like, oh, Lockjaw's going to be the champion and Sub-Zero's going to be Dark Horse. Oh, and 6. Biatch.
And then watch Copperhead get clapped in the first round. Watch all of Civ's champs that he's predicted so far get clapped in the first round. Even though there's only one of them I have advancing between his 4 champs into the top 16, which is Tantrum.
Back on top though, Spin. Why is Blip higher than Glitch? Its opponents, like, you've made the Lockjaw case multiple times. It had a terrible ending against Lockjaw. Why is it higher than Glitch?
I don't know. Cause see, I think Blip was a bit more impressive in its thing. It did win a unanimous decision against Lockjaw, unlike Copperhead. But with like Glitch, I just think it kind of got. I think a lot of its wins were sort of based on luck. Like think about the Kraken win. It kind of just because Kraken was Frankenstein and Frankenstein framed.
Blip
with Hydra,
Hydra's
having problems all season.
Spin. Fought Overhaul and the rest.
Hold on, I'm going to dispute this, Spin.
The only plus a Glitch has is that Hydra has a win. That's one more win. It's a whole
exactly. That's why it should be higher. That's literally
with the Lockjaw argument. To be fair,
I think Blip was more dominant in his fight. Think about how it went to the judges against Ghost Raptor, and he was freed by Ghost Raptor. Like they didn't like. They almost were counted out, man. Come on.
But
Ghost Raptor.
Yeah, but with the Lockjaw debate, Lockjaw's weapon just randomly died against Blip. Copperhead at least disabled Lockjaw's weapon.
Can I just say, if Blip versus Lockjaw happened in Robot Wars, Blip would have been counted out. So.
Dope.
All right.
Well, thankfully, this is not Robot Wars.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and.
I assume, Green, did you see my
yes,
secret
it's so based,
right.
honestly.
All right. Yeah,
okay,
man.
I guess I have one more question. Wait, this is fine. Why is Huge higher than Tombstone and Witch Doctor? Why is Captain Shredderator higher than Lucky?
Ribbot should be lower.
Huge being higher than Tombstone and Witch Doctor, I would probably agree with.
Yeah, I would
agree
with that one as well.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not Witch Doctor, but yes to Tombstone. But
Glitch has.
I would say Witch Doctor too, because
Glitch has had harder strength of schedule than Ribbot.
When it comes to Huge against Witch Doctor and Tombstone, like Tombstone's wins were a fight it should have lost to Mammoth. Now that I've found the way, I found Jesus, and in Witch Doctor, and like its other win was to free shipping a robot where it had one wheel and it had good moments against Tombstone. That's kind of an embarrassing loss, honestly. Witch Doctor, meanwhile, its wins were free wins, and it struggled to beat Duck, which a very lower down Duck, and it beat Rusty. It's Huge at least. Huge probably shouldn't have won against a Spinback, but it did. It is what it is. But the retrograded win was pretty solid, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one more question, Spin. One more.
Last one, and then we're moving on Civilian Arc.
Last one. Remember that time you were so adamant about Switchback being Huge?
So true.
Thank you, Pory. At least I acknowledge it happened, okay?
Okay, that's true.
Yes,
like Spin is like Pory and I, where we accept defeat. Civilian just denies. He just says that Battlebots is rigged, and it's just like politics. Civilian Arc.
What a lawyer thing to do on your side.
Bro, I come from a family of lawyers. It's not my fault. I can play the argue game real well.
You could have been.
God knows that's
You didn't have to be the way you are.
Okay, wait. I have one more question for Spin.
You make it sound like I'm a criminal. Jesus.
Okay, Spin. Who's the best girl in Toradora?
Oh no.
I don't want to answer this.
You have to answer it.
I know.
This is an AMA, man.
How do I spell this?
Dora. Dora.
All right, let's see.
Spin. It's
Turn
Amy,
up.
right? It's Amy. It's blue hair girl. Is it blue hair girl?
So my favorite is Minion.
Okay, that's base.
I like.
that. Minion is good. Minion is a good call. I like that.
Anyway, Mantine, we'll go ahead and go to you next.
Oh,
So.
this is pretty awesome. Yeah, you guys are gonna like this one.
I don't have a slide for it, so you'll have to read it off.
Alright, is there any way I can, let me see if I can stream this real quick. Share your screen. There we go. Alright, let me see if I can. Alright, so you guys, here's my power rankings.
I'm trying
We've
to
got,
load it up.
yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it's still loading, but
Yep, still
Wait,
loading
hold on.
here.
maybe screenshot it and send it to the
Yeah, alright.
send it to the podcast chat.
We'll send it to the
Yeah.
chat. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the business. Alright. Let's see.
Why does it sound like you're fapping right now? What?
I am.
What?
Sir?
Into how great his
I don't know
power
what's
ranking
more. I
is.
don't know what's more off the wall. Me asking that or him saying he is.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
I
you can't
mean,
be-
you will too after you see his power ranking. I mean,
Bro,
come
you
on.
can't be micing off on the podcast, man.
Let me see. Can I send this like this?
Yeah, Green's a pure soul.
All
He
right,
doesn't
that's the
need to know
first
this.
half,
Yeah.
and then we'll send the last half as well.
Bro, are you serious right now?
And then we'll get the
I
other
think they're
half
pretty
here.
good.
No, these power rankings are shit.
This is
Pure
the
dog shit.
This is the greatest power rankings of all time.
No,
Alright,
it's
and
dog
then
shit. This is
Here's the
Oh.
other. Here's the last.
Okay,
bit
Yeah,
right
so
there.
now you'll need to read it up so the viewers here can
Alright.
hear him.
Of course, yeah. So we've got a number 1 seed Gigabyte, of course. Then Cobalt. Shout out Mad Maxim. Ribot. Huge.
based, okay.
Then we've got not deadlift, 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 and last, certainly not least, so not Valkyrie. So we've got a
Base,
pretty
base.
base list here, I'd
Okay,
say.
I have some questions for you. Okay,
Okay.
I agree with your Ribot ranking, but your rankings 5 through 31 are dog shit. You know,
Okay. That
Deadlift
wasn't
is going.
Here, I got one.
Deadlift is
I got
going
one
all the
question
way.
for you, Mantine.
that wasn't a question. That wasn't a question, Pory. But okay.
I have
I have
one
a
question
question.
for you, Mantine.
Okay,
is
my
Green
question is,
so
why
hot?
are your rankings dog shit?
Well, that's a very subjective statement. So
Hey.
I'm going to.
No, here I got a question. I got a
Yeah,
question.
Green. What's your question?
Where's deadlift on your rankings?
Not
True,
at not at 5 through 31. That's for sure. That's where it's not.
Why do you hate
Why is-
deadlift so much? Is it because you hate me?
I have a question, Mantine. Is deadlift
Yeah.
possibly at 32?
Why is huge at 4? That's
I'd
a
say
little high, in my opinion.
I'd say deadlift is about 33rd, I'd say, right outside of the top 32. You know, a very valiant showing against Ice Wave where it put up a good 2-minute fight, I'd say at least. It didn't die, you know, the whole time. 3 minutes, great fight. Unfortunately, it's just not good enough to get in the top 32.
Also, second question: how much of it, on a rate to 1 to 10, how much do you think Pory simps for deadlift?
I'd say it's about a 9.8.
Bro, it's fucking higher than that. I don't want to hear it.
Here's what I think it is. I think it's a 9.89324.
I agree.
Is that
Higher
your
than
zip,
that.
is that your zip code or something, Green?
No. Plus, that was only 4
Okay.
digits that I named off.
My-
Zip codes
okay,
are 5
my-
digits at least here.
My question is, are we still friends, Mantine?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I think so.
You know, I even though your power rankings are dog shit and they're totally wrong, deadlift's going all the way. They're gonna win all 6 bounties. They're gonna make runner up in 2022, and they're neat. I respect your decision.
I agree with you, Pory. Deadlift will be the runner-up in Battlebots 2022.
Battlebots!
Wait, you just said runner-up in Battlebots?
Yep, runner-up in Battlebots. It's gonna lose to a Battlebot.
I think out of 10, Pory has a love of 2 out of 10 for Deadlift, which is also the amount of wins Deadlift has gotten in the past 2 seasons. 3 seasons, my apologies. So that's probably my final answer.
Deadlift's only had 2 seasons, man.
It was it is counting Bounty Hunters, my mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, but it's still, but like, we have it like 3 of its losses were like almost wins, so I don't want to hear it.
No.
Yeah.
Pory,
Ghost Raptor almost a win. Mammoth almost a win. Gruff almost a win. Jackpot the second time almost win. 4.
No. You guys are not even close, being Jackpot.
Yeah, they were. Jackpot was like wobbling around like it was like
you lost to a 10-pound robot. You lost to a 10-pound robot.
Guess what? While we weren't doing that, before we got the drive figured out, you guys were getting beaten by a 10-pound robot.
Half that fight, Jackpot was doing its like Rex impression, being like.
So what you're telling me
and then
is
Deadlift in the last 30 seconds of the fight were trying their Rex impression. The only difference was because they had no movement. So
no, I don't want to hear it.
No.
Deadlift was being fingered by
Jackpot.
Sir,
what's wrong with you,
sir?
So Pory, let me get this straight. You're telling me that Gruff lost to Rex?
What?
You said that Jackpot was doing its Vex Rex impression, but you also lost to Jackpot.
No.
Yes.
No, I agree. Deadlift would lose to Rex.
I agree.
No. Y'all ain't gonna recognize. Listen, Deadlift is in. Deadlift's the new premier lifter bot in BattleBots.
Bro, fucking 2018 free shipping could beat it. Get out of here.
No, it couldn't. No shot. Listen, I like Deadlift. It's a neat robot. I have its arm right there from when it some ass.
I mean, you've also got some Jackpot parts, so.
Yeah, I got Jackpot part. I got an axe backwards tooth. You know what? Y'all are favelas. I don't want to hear it.
Basilisk has a better chance of lifting a robot than Deadlift does.
Oh,
it doesn't. Okay.
You, sir, have taken it too far.
Man, you'll see in the bounties.
Yeah, we're gonna go to we're gonna go to Civ and Pory's power rankings then.
Well, you want to know another interesting fact? Basilisk's win ratio is actually better than Deadlift's.
Yeah, that's only because Basilisk. That's because Basilisk has been in like 4 fights ever. That doesn't count.
It beat Chomp, who also beat Bite.
Yeah,
so I think.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, you win this round.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it was a reasonable showing. So.
Wait a minute.
Why is Scott coming so low?
Something's off.
You know, a lot of people hate on Scott Cummings, but in my opinion, he's a top 5 Hell's Kitchen winner. He's better than Ariel Malone. He's better than Christina Wilson.
Okay, why is his last name Cum?
I have no fucking idea, but
I have a question for you.
His last name is Cum. What?
Where on the list is the money that Pory owes Mantine?
It's actually on. It's
on Adam's list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he wants
to try
and
I have a very important question. Why is Chet from Survivor here? Why not like a good player?
No, Chet got immunity 3 times in a row. What the hell are you talking about?
Pory, where is Ziggo on your list?
I will explain my list after Civs. I have a full explanation plan.
So we're gonna pop off here. We got Endgame, the number 1 seed, Ribot, the number 2 seed, Rotator, the number 3 seed, Copperhead 4, Sawblaze 5, Glitch 6, 7 Blip, Whiplash 8, Tantrum 9, Jackpot 10, 11 Hypershock, 12 Uppercut, 13 Shatter, 14 Mad Catters, 15 Bloodsport? Yeah, 15 Bloodsport, 16 Cobalt, 17 Black Dragon, 18 Yeti, 19 Minotaur, 20 P1, 22 Gigabyte, 23 Lucky, 24 Witch Doctor, 25 Captain Shredder, 26 Tombstone, 27 Hijinks, 28 Valkyrie, 29 Huge, 30 Defender, 31 Ice Wave, 32 Scorpios, and then on to my notables, we have 1, we got Malice, 2, we got Claw Viper, 3, we got Scott Cummings from Hell's Kitchen Season 12, 4 is the money that Pory owes me, 15 is Chet from Survivor Season 16, and I also gave Green 5 more notables. 6 is the entire Toradora anime. 7 is Dragon Age Origins. 8 is the discount I got for LA Noir. 9 is Summer, Pory's friend.
Shout out to Summer.
And 10 is TK from Angel Beats.
Like,
okay,
Chet
so
from Survivor 16, I feel like even in 16 there are much better players to pick other than Chet. I mean, really, Chet?
I have one question, Civ.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that there's a shitload of Survivor on Hulu?
I was never on Hulu. What?
Shit, there's like 37 seasons on Hulu. I gotta start binging this shit.
37 seasons.
They're all on Hulu.
That way BBBN will be my friend.
You should also get Paramount Plus if you want all the seasons.
Oh, I love me some Paramount. Oh, it's on Paramount Plus. Okay.
Yeah,
We eating good tonight, boys.
What questions y'all got?
I got Paramount Plus. Do you have Paramount Plus?
No. I have a very important question for you, Civilian.
Unfortunately,
why is Hijinks as high as it is?
Because Hijinks did better than Valkyrie.
Yeah.
F tier take.
It's nice to hear you defend Hijinks.
Hijinks didn't have fucking gimmies, at least. Like I hate Hijinks to hell and back, but at least it didn't get fucking gimmies like Valkyrie did.
I agree I disagree with the statements about the Team Hardcore Robotics, but I do agree with the fact that Valkyrie should be lower than Hijinks. But the counterpoint being Hijinks is awful. What do you have to say about that?
You know what? I also have another problem.
Hijinks sucks ass.
So, hold on, Civilian. So you're talking about, this bot's opponents have a cumulative blank amount of wins and losses. However, you have Valkyrie above Huge.
Because Huge should be 1 and 2 right now.
Also, yeah, maybe.
It should have gotten counted out to Switchback, so yeah, there you go.
I don't know about that. I think Switchback is just bad.
Oh yeah, it is bad, but it also beat Huge, so does that mean that
I don't know,
Huge is
man.
also
The
pretty
record
bad?
says 1 and 2.
If Switchback supposedly beat Huge, where is it in this power ranking? Why is power ranking after episode 9? Isn't this episode 10?
Yeah, because I didn't update it.
Green forgetting to update it again.
No. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, who cares?
What else do you all got?
You answered everything I need to know.
Okay.
Well, let's just move on to Pory's then.
Wait,
Okay.
Mantine, do you have like nothing on me? What?
Let me take a little look here. P1 Riptide should be lower than Gigabyte. That is all.
Oh, it shouldn't. Gigabyte had a free win against me, and it was losing to Captain Shredder.
Bruh.
Captain Shredder or DJ Captain Shredder? That's how we
you just need to cope, Mantine. I'm sorry. There's no other way around
P1 literally fought Jaeger.
Yeah, and Gigabyte literally fought Smee. Like, in all seriousness, Jaeger could probably beat Smee if I'm being
That's
really
cap. That's cap. What?
That's cap.
Jaeger
yeah.
was more impressive than Smee. I mean, Smee got 2 impressive Ishbok crushes.
Oh, Smee's longer though.
No, it didn't.
Into a slot.
Smee literally got eviscerated.
Yeah.
Oh wait, who are you arguing for? I think I'm confused.
I think he's arguing
I was
for
arguing
Jaeger.
for Jaeger in P1.
Oh, dude, no.
Or Captain
Jaeger did
Shredder.
nothing. Jaeger fucking sucks,
Jaeger
bro.
got under And the only reason it didn't get a good hit is because it hits too low. It hits lower
The
than
only reason it didn't get a good hit
Yeah.
is because it's a mini bot and it's just inherently bad.
No, mini bots are good. Okay,
No,
mini bots
are
look
okay,
at Copperhead
but
after Chronos.
We haven't gotten a good mini bot since worse stuff. I'm just saying.
Name
No.
one good
Needle.
cluster.
Okay, Needle gave the win to.
Yeah, Needle. That's right.
Yeah, I'd give Needle.
Bought that finger deadlift. Gotcha. Yep.
Chronos gave the win to. I mean, Timeline gave Chronos the win to Copperhead.
What did Timeline do? It was just kind of like vibing.
It stalled
I didn't
Copperhead,
say.
so Chronos could spin up.
I meant to say not mini bot, but I meant to say cluster bot. Name one good cluster bot aside from Robot Wars Gemini.
Crash and Burn from Robo Games.
Thunder and Lightning.
Lightning
Yep,
and
Thunder and
Thunder.
Lightning.
Thunder and
That's who I was
Lightning.
Thunder and Lightning is not
Crash and Burn.
good.
Crash and Burn.
Crash
and Burn isn't real.
Yeah, because it beat Gigabyte.
No, it beat Megabyte actually.
Yeah, it still beats a bot.
You know, Thunder and Lightning also beat Megabyte.
Oh, no, they lost them. They lost that fight.
Megabyte.
They won a decision. They won a BS decision, but they won a decision.
Wait, Thunder and Lightning lost that fight. They got KO'd.
Yeah. What are you?
The father and son cried afterwards.
No. I'm thinking season 2. You're thinking season 1.
Are you?
In season 2, they won like a giant rumble against Megabyte. Okay, so there's a giant rumble. Megabyte was in it. Thunder Lightning was in it. Thunder Lightning won because only 2 bots were active in the rumble.
Bro, they were literally talking about how like Megabyte would have won if it kept moving. It did like a.
It would have, but it wasn't moving, so they didn't get.
It did a last chance rumble where it did everything and then died.
That's the opposite of what Bombshell did.
Bombshell fucking sucks, by the way. Shout out Mike Jeffries, you're cool. Bombshell, hate it.
Do y'all have anything else on me? Or is this actually does this actually please you, Mantine?
This isn't a terrible list. I think that
is it better than Spins at least?
Yeah.
Copperhead is too high, but that's like my.
I agree. Copperhead should be like bottom 10, or not bottom 10, bottom of like the top 10, like 5 through 10.
Oh, 5 through, okay, I guess I could see your argument there.
Valkyrie should be a little lower. Any one of the robots below it could be above it because it got 2 freebies and then lost to a shitty lifter. And that's about it, yeah.
So this is a good power rankings. Nice. I did it, boys. I finally got Mantine's respect.
All right, mine's going to get his respect now. Okay. No. So we're going to get into my power rankings. I elaborately put this together over the weekend. So number 1 is Ribot because they're going to win the Giant Nut and they're going to beat.
Oh, it's not. You fab.
They're going to beat Hydra. They're going to beat Jackpot. They're going to beat Lucky in the finals.
F-tier list.
For number 2, I have Dissector because they won the Super Heavyweight Championship. Although I do kind of have reservations.
Look at 31 right now. This is a terrible list. This is
Shut up! Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! Let me recite my list. Green, mute this man. Okay, so Dissector is number 2 because it was the Super Heavyweight Champion in Season 2.0, but I did kind of have reservations because they should have lost that fight against World Peace. I thought it was a very weak win. Number 3, this may be a very controversial one, but I have Revision Z. Even though they made the semifinals and they lost to Atomic Wedgie, that decision was dog shit because Revision Z should have won that fight, and apparently the only reason they lost was because of the tail getting entangled in the blade, and the judges are like, "Oh, it loses," which is dog shit. So it should be number 3, and it should have made the finals, which would have been fun because it's by the same team that made Grendel, who beat Dissector the prior season. It would have been a good grudge match in the finals. Number 4, we have Atomic Wedgie. They did make the finals, but they had some iffy matches along the way.
Like Ribot.
Shut up.
Ribot would never make the finals.
Yeah, they will this year. Number 5, we have War Machine, which
Green Square Series.
Yeah, Green Square Series. It had some very dominant wins, like against Dual and One Tin Soldier, but it got pretty whooped by Dissector, so it's only 5. Number 6, we have Toro, which I think is the strongest quarterfinalist. I mean, they almost beat Atomic Wedgie. They got some nice flips in, and then they just had some technical errors. But they had some very, very impressive wins, such as against Tortoise and against Tripoltaraptor. Number 7, we have Ramstein, because they only made the quarterfinals, but they were a returning semifinalist, which I thought was very impressive. And they looked pretty good in their one win.
Wait, Pory, is this like just like heavyweights?
This is my show. Let me do my rankings. So I'll get to that. And number 8, I have Dual. They also made the quarterfinals, and yeah, they were a finalist the season prior, but they didn't have the most impressive win. Their fight against Doom of Babylon was a very close decision that they won, and then they got bodied by War Machine. Number 9 is going to be a controversial one because we have World Peace. They went 0-1.
Wait, is World Peace the robot that lost to Dissector that one time?
They see, that's the thing. That's why I had them a little higher. Because
why is Dual higher than Minion? What?
I'll get to that. Let me do my rankings. Okay, so World Peace should have probably won against Dissector, so I had it a little higher than some other bots that may have arguably been more deserving. Number 10, we have Minion. While they are the reigning champion, I don't like using prior records in the rankings, and they did get bodied in their first fight against Atomic Wedgie. But that said, they still had some moments.
But
11, we have Ronin. Ronin went 1-1, but their win was against Slam by forfeit. And in their other fight, they lost 45-0 to Revision Z, and they got set on fire. So, it's kind of a weak performance, you know.
So why is it 13th on the list?
Yeah, why is it 13?
It's 11, you favela.
I'm not even looking at the screen right now.
Okay, number 12, we have Chinkilla. Yeah, it's 1-0, but it didn't compete in another fight. It's sort of like the Black Widow syndrome, where it had one very good win, 45-0 against Ginsu, but then after that, they just didn't compete again. Then we have Gray Matter at 13, because they did rip some wheels off of Drillo Dillo, and but then they got pretty bodied by Revision Z. Next one we have Doom of Babylon, because it's made by Todd Madden and Holland. It was a close decision against Dual. Kenny's Revenge, they got a win against Abattoir, but then they got pretty bodied by War Machine. No shame in that. And 16, we have Snake, because they did beat Anubis in the first fight, and then they got pretty beaten by War Machine in the next fight. But, no shame in that. We respect that. 17, we have Slam, who's 1-1, but it didn't even enter the arena once. It just won a forfeit, then it lost a forfeit. 18 is Tripoltaraptor. They won a forfeit, and then they got flipped by Toro. That's kind of embarrassing. 19 is Hamunaptra, who
18?
What?
Isn't that 18 then?
Who?
Bot that got bodied to Toro.
It is 18.
Why is it at 18?
Because it had a win by forfeit. Okay, what's your question, Spin?
So you have Tripoltaraptor here. Where is Mini Fridge? Because they did beat Tripoltaraptor. I'm just saying.
Oh, Mini Fridge didn't exist yet at this point.
Good.
Number 19 is Hamunaptra, because they got bodied by Dissector pretty quickly in their first fight. Number 20 is Scrap Daddy SHW 325, because Doom of Babylon really gave it a workaround. Number 21 is Abattoir, because it's funny. Number 22 is Ginsu, because they looked promising against Chinkilla. Number 23 is One Tin Soldier, because they lost 45-0 to 45 against War Machine. Ripoff, or a screen road to Rip Odd, is 24, because it lost to Atomic Wedgie 45-0. Drillodillo is 25 because it got its wheels ripped off by a spike bot. 26 is Liquid Lunch because it forfeited its only fight. But it's made by Team Slam, so they get a little bit of leeway. 27 is Anubis because they lost to fucking Snake. That's embarrassing. The only reason they're not lower will be explained. Cyclone forfeited its only fight. Deathram forfeited its only fight. Havoc, we don't even know what it looks like, but it apparently showed up at Comedy Central 2.0 and it didn't even compete. Then number 31, we have Deadlift because they're going to go all the way in season 7. And 32 is we have Pain Train because they're going to make the semifinals in season 7. Then for my notables, I have Grendel Grendel, Mechadon, Prompt, Critical, Odin, and Rhino, which all competed only in 1.0 and not 2.0, so I can't put them on the official list. And you might be wondering, why is Prompt Critical so high? And that's because it KO'd Ginsu in the Rumble. Okay, any questions?
I have 2 questions.
Where's Blowhard?
Blowhard didn't exist yet at this point.
Wait, okay, I actually have 3 questions. Question 1, what season is these Comedy Central bots based off of?
2.0 super heavyweights.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Second question, why the fuck is Dual higher than Minion?
Because Dual won a fight. Minion did not win a fight this season.
That's true.
Okay. Third question, when are you gonna get me the money you owe me?
And
Mantine.
Ask Adam.
Mantine.
Ask Adam. Okay, Mantine, what's your question?
Where's Gigabyte on this list, man?
Gigabyte didn't exist in 2001.
Neither did Pain Train.
Why?
I don't think Robot Pain Train or Deadlift existed either. And
okay, I have an explanation for that. Robot Deadlift, and Pain Train have flux capacitors inside of them, and as such, they can travel through time.
It doesn't mean they existed back then. That doesn't mean they even existed back then. They
didn't exist back then, but they still traveled through time, and thusly they showed up back then.
Ziggo?
Have you ever seen Back to the Future, man? They went back in time.
Ziggo's a lightweight, Mantine. It can't be.
Yeah, Ziggo's a lightweight. Otherwise, they'd probably be number 1.
No, I know Ziggo's a lightweight, but where is it on this list?
Probably notable number 6.
That's fair. Okay, I'd probably put it between Ronin and Shinkilla personally.
Okay, I respect that.
But yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Okay, Spin. What's your question?
I have another question. Do you think Biohazard is more iconic than Nightmare, or vice versa?
I feel like Nightmare is more iconic for the sole reason that it competed in the reboot.
Yeah, that's
okay. What if we were just considering just classic series?
Hey, man.
I'd still probably say Nightmare because if you look at these robots in the arena, you look at like all the like big names in the super heavyweights. You look at Vladimir Hiller. Oh, it's a box. Biohazard. Oh, it's a box with wedges on the side. But then you see Nightmare, and you're like, holy shit, that thing's a big fucking blade. Like I feel like Nightmare is more recognizable for that reason.
Hey, Mantine. You know what? I just thought of the reason for why Ribot, Deadlift, and Pain Train could go back in the past. You know what that is?
What's that reason?
Ribot decided to have a time traveling device just that way it could get away from Black Dragon because it was scared of us.
So true.
Deadlift got one and went back in time because they were afraid of Jackpot. Yeah.
Pain Train.
And then Pain Train, same thing. Pain Train went back in time because it was afraid of Sub-Zero. So
I think
it beats me.
I think that Pain Train got hit so hard by Deep Six. I think it very briefly reached 88 miles an hour, in which it disappeared back in time.
Yeah,
okay, my man. Okay, Mantine gets a pass because he knows the Back to the Future lore.
Hey, I know the Back to the Future as well. Like we played Rocket League yesterday, and I was using a Back to the Future vehicle.
Okay. So the way I quiz Green on his Back to the Future. What do you think of Part 3?
I I liked part 1 and 2 better in my
Okay.
opinion.
Okay. He passed.
You know what? I liked part 3 more than I liked part 1. If I'm being honest.
Okay, he fails.
Are you gonna quiz me, Pory? Do I get a quiz question? Do I get a quiz question?
Yeah. Okay. You get a quiz question too for Back to the Future. How do you feel about the concept that Doc Brown had fucking babies when he was like 70?
Was he 70 or was he just really wrinkly?
I mean, here's the thing: in the first movie, he had to be at least like 50 or so, and then 20 years passed between, I believe, 2 and 3, and then
in Back to the Future 3, when him and his his side chick or whatever, when they talked, they were talking about this book, this random fucking book. He said, "Bro, I loved this book. I was so hyped reading this book when I was a little kid." And then she was like, "That's not possible. It only came out like a couple months ago or some shit." So that means that Doc Brown was alive in the 1800s.
Well, I mean, he could have read that book in he could have read that book in the 60s when he was a kid.
Maybe.
All right,
maybe.
Corey, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Who's gonna win the 1v1 between me and Civ?
Ooh.
What is it in the Reborn pack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mantine's gonna win that.
Yeah.
Oh, he
That's
won't.
what I'm
That's
thinking
bullshit.
as well.
Good
I hate all of you. Yeah, Mantine hasn't even given his fucking list yet. He's too scared to give his list.
Do I have to, dude? Can't I just
Pussy.
pick when I'm there?
Okay. One more question. Green, you have any questions for me?
No. Pretty much my only questions were telling you all the reason for why Robot Deadlift and Pain Train have a time traveling device.
I got a question, Pory.
Okay.
Do you think who would win in a fight between Deadlift and a fucking box? In my opinion, I think the box would win. But what do you gotta say?
Deadlift's gonna beat everyone. Deadlift's gonna beat everyone who isn't Ribot.
I'm just saying, Wood Pallet did beat Aftershock.
What happened in the what happened in the Ice Wave fight, Pory?
Yeah, what happened in the Ice Wave fight?
You see, okay, there's lore behind the Deadlift Ice Wave fight. Okay, so basically, no, they got into the arena and they looked into Mark David's eyes. He was really sad because he lost his last fucking 8 fights, and he was very blue. He was crying almost, and the Jackpot guys have a heart of gold. Jackpot guys have a heart of gold, so they're like, you know what? We're gonna throw this fight.
Yeah, just like how.
I have a different theory.
What's your theory, buddy?
So Deadlift, right?
What?
Wait, what?
That's my theory.
What was it?
Deadlift happened. My theory is that my theory is that Deadlift has a skill issue, right? And that's the reason it lost. That's my game theory.
It's pretty based, if I'm being honest. That's a pretty
Deadlift has trouble performing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Look, Deadlift's gonna go. Deadlift's gonna go all the way, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, Deadlift's gonna go all the way to fucking that one that
third base
paperweight competition.
All the way to 0-3.
Yeah. All the way to
okay.
Oh, 0-4. He's gonna get a second bounty, so it'll be 0-4.
That'd be pretty base.
No.
Corey, who do you think would win? Who do you think would win, Rampage or Deadlift?
Deadlift would fucking wipe the floor with
Rampage would clap Deadlift's cheeks.
Rampage couldn't even beat Retrograde.
Yeah,
man.
you couldn't even beat Ghost Raptor.
Ghost Raptor's better than Retrograde.
No.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Ghost Raptor would whoop Retrograde.
Do you want me to post the clips of Ghost Raptor evading Shatter's hammer again? Because those are some pretty
old school Ghost Raptor,
skills.
maybe.
Yeah, old school. Back in 2015, maybe you got an argument there, but
no. I think Ghost Raptor has ground game.
I'd take
ground game against who? A fucking Chomp or some shit?
That's better ground game than Rampage.
I'd take Pack Raptors to beat Ghost Raptor personally.
Yeah, Pack Raptors would wipe the floor with Ghost Raptor. The fact that Ghost Raptor
doesn't have the low ground game is the most factual thing in existence.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this discussion about deadlift and why jackpot is so much better than deadlift
No,
will go ahead
it's
and
not.
close out this podcast. So thanks for checking out this episode 10 review podcast. Yeah, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Check out Pory Nog, Captain Mantine, Civilian Arcs YouTube channels, which will all be linked in the description, as well as a shout out to Spin Doctor right below it. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. My plan is to do an individual prediction podcast this week over my bracket predictions and stuff. That'll be the pretty much the prediction podcast for next week and the week after, and then I'll be doing prediction podcasts again for the top 16 and then the top 8. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. I'll hopefully see you for the next podcast.